Hello everybody and welcome back to the Flatline Trades YouTube channel. So today I'm just going to be recapping a trade that I took on ES targeting previous daily low, resulted in a 2.6R, and I was live on Discord. So if anyone wants to join the Discord to see these trades live for free, I'm more than happy to have you there. So I'll leave a link down in the description to the Discord. So now we're on the daily time frame. And as you can see here, we have NQ, ES, and YM. And coming into today, the bias was a bit unclear because NQ failed to close as a candle 2, but ES did. And then YM went for all-time highs. So I was more interested in seeing what was happening throughout the day to determine my bias instead of having a predetermined bias. So my point of interest was when YM swept the previous daily high and started moving down, and ES and NQ failed to do so and were moving down, forming a very small wick for the day on the top. So my interest was more leaning towards shorts, but then we also have to go down time frames to see for more confirmation. So now moving down to the 4-hour time frame, we can see here that our key level was a 4-hour fair value gap, which is this one here and this one here. So what happened inside this fair value gap was price had swept previous day low on NQ, had moved up into that fair value gap and then closed as a candle 2 with this low still intact. So this would be a good target for NQ when this candle's open, which is the 6 o'clock candle. I was expecting this candle to take out, and if it carries on going down, it would be an SMT break for ES to take the previous daily low, which was my target. And this all happened inside of this 4-hour fair value gap at the same time as YM swept previous daily high, forming a 4-hour SMT, because we didn't manipulate this high, and on NQ we didn't manipulate this high, but on YM we did manipulate that high. So that was my 4-hour SMT, and obviously my target was the previous daily low. So this candle is from 6 till 10, so it opens at 6 and closes at 10. So at 9:30 I was looking to see if I could get involved within this candle to target previous daily low. So now dropping down to the 30-minute time frame, what we can see here is we had left a fair value gap on ES and one on NQ. The fair value gap is the candle of 8:30. So I wanted to see price potentially open at 9:30, go into that fair value gap, and then begin to move lower. As NQ had already been going lower throughout the day, I thought this would be an SMT break, and ES would at least target previous daily low, which is there. So this was the open at 9:30. We went into that fair value gap. We swept the previous candle's high inside of the 30-minute fair value gap, and then we started moving lower, whereas YM failed to manipulate the previous 30-minute candle's high and instead formed a small wick at 9:30 and started moving lower towards Asia lows. So at the same time that it was moving towards Asia lows, all assets on the 30-minute formed the wick, started reversing, and a really good target for me was the previous daily low. So that was when I switched my attention to the 3-minute chart or the 1-minute chart. It depends where structure is better and would offer me at least a 2R to get in to the position to target the previous daily low on ES. So now dropping down to the 1-minute chart, as I said before, waiting for 9:30 to open to see if we could reach into that 30-minute fair value gap, which is just above this level here. I'll just mark it out. This was the 30-minute fair value gap, was just above this. So what we saw was 9:30 opened, we went lower. Obviously, I wanted to see it go into that 30-minute fair value gap before, because that was the key level that I'm waiting for. So what we can see here is, when you see this wick, it just goes into that 30-minute fair value gap. Then all assets started moving lower. So my target was the previous daily low, which is this level here on ES. And as we can see, if we forward a little bit, I just waited for a break of structure, which is confirmed with this candle. And then I set my position here. I put my stop above the body of that up close candle there. And then I targeted the previous daily low for a 2.62R. And as we can see, we started moving down towards it and then hit it. And I was out of the position. I hope you all enjoyed this breakdown and recap of my short on ES. And if you like content like this, please feel free to leave a message, subscribe, or just give us a like. And as I said before, we're live every trading day on the Discord. If you want to join in and see how we execute live, it's completely free. So yeah, have a good day, everyone.